Hi everyone, it's Bob from Greybeard Models. Welcome back to the channel. So we're getting on with the Stalwart. It's a really good little project. But before I go over to the bench, just want to say this weekend I'm down at Bovington to the Southwest Model Show. I think it's Southwest Model Show, isn't it? I hope I've got the right weekend. Let me have a look. Yeah, the Southwest Model Show is this weekend. Duh. But anyway, I'm down at Bovington and I'm down at the Southwest Model Show. So if you're down there and you spot me, say hi and we'll have a chat and whatnot, you know. But yeah, in the meantime, let's get over to the bench and we'll see how far we got. I did the basic coats of paint on this and areas where I thought there probably wouldn't be much paint. So I sort of given, even though they had a base coat of paint, sorry, of NATO green, I then gave them an overcoat of a sort of a metallized silver sort of colour just to pick that up. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get things into place and sort of ease them in, but generally speaking it's sort of all gone together well. And there's the, I can't sort of put it up because it all fall over. Oh yeah, well there you go. it didn't fall over. I thought it was going to, but never mind. Yeah, so I've got all of this part, so all the way through. I haven't fitted that on yet because that's obviously that's going to be in the truck body. So that's all in place there, and all of the parts of that. So I'm up to this part, and the next bit is going to be this. My only concern is that having seen how this is done on a real Stalwart, the extending arm, or this extending arm on the jib, is actually a sort of loose thing where it goes in there like that, and it's got a series of holes that are held in place by that sort of pin, and that pin sort of can come out and be sort of put into any of these holes that line up at that point. But even so, I mean, it'll all go together well. Just trying to get it all in shot now because it's quite complicated, but it wasn't that difficult to do. Everything went together according to plan. So the next bit is to maybe look at putting the silicone tube in place on here, and then the lead-free solder on both sides on that part. But I might leave that until we're sort of in situ on the bed of the truck. So anyway, that's gone together well. So my compliments to Inside the Armour. It's gone together really well. So now it's a matter of getting that to a point where I can put it into the truck, finish the truck up, and it's done. I know. Right, so we've got the bits and pieces in the cab done. Still haven't got the steering wheel in, but that's be about the last thing to go in. And of course we've got the controls now in place for the jib, and so we've got the rear end in place and the base of the crane there in place. And then the next thing to do will be put the cab in, or the cab body in, and the roof, and then do some detail painting, that sort of thing. But yeah, making some progress. The other thing is got the back quarters on, and yeah, all ready to go. Right, so here we are at this particular point. The crane isn't fixed. This actually held in place with a little bit of blue tack, but just to show you where the crane can sit, I've got another additional part to go on to the front of the hoist there, and that's this part here. And then once I've decided on the length of that, that'll be glued in place. But that's all done. One of the things you can see here, I think, with a bit of luck, I've lowered this seat down. I'm thinking about, I've got a couple of figures that I might use, but if I put the roof on, put the hatches open, I can have one of the figures stood here, as if to operate the controls for the crane. I think that might be a good thing to do, just to make it a little bit more different, or a little bit different. I'll take that bit of blue tack off, because I know what's going to happen. It's going to rattle and fall off. It isn't until I've got everything in place that I'll know what position I want the crane in. The front of the cab, as you can see, that's all taped up. So we're nearly at completion, really. The next bit is to put the roof on. I'm just going to reach around and get the roof on. I've actually cut a couple of pieces of sponge that will sit in there, a couple of eyeballs, and they will, when I put the roof in place, they'll sit inside and mask up. I've got to trim all the sizes and stuff, but the roof is ready pretty much to go into place, like that. Obviously it's got to be put accurately in place. It's a little bit loose on there at the moment, but then, yeah, to get the roof in place, then the sort of spoiler that's on the roof, get that in place, and the base of the antenna there. And then before I get all of this sort of set in place, one of the other things that I'm looking at is, where's that gone? Here we go. Right, one of the other things that I'm looking at, which I've noticed lots of pictures and lots of detail, or lots of pictures of it. It has a tow rope, and I've got this from a company called Prime Miniatures. They're pretty good. I'll put a link in the comments below. And this is a 0.5 by 5 meters of braided wire, and I think that's about the right size. I've got other examples of this material, but I think this is probably the right size. I'm trying to get a handle on what size tow rope would have been used. So if anybody out there can help me with that, that would be great. That would be a great piece of information, because I can always use the company Prime Miniatures, details below, do different sizes of this braided wire, and I think this looks about right on the vehicle, but it might not be. I've got another size. this braided cable is a bit larger. This is 0.7 millimeters in diameter, so it's a tad bigger than the other one. So I need to get some sort of idea of what sort of size towing cable they had. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Right, okay, so we've got a fair bit of progress on the Stalwart now, and what I'm now doing is masking up the side panels, the tailgate. There's the other side panel for the camouflage. I'm using this one, option A of the Airfix kit for the camouflage, because it's British Army of the Rhine, and I thought, yeah, I'll do that. So I've marked out, as I say, I've marked out the panels and stuff, so that will do. This is a little jig that I got from EBMA. They make some really good jigs for holding models. I've got things for aircraft and whatnot, but this is great for vehicles, and the reason this is so good is because you can move these stops into different positions all over the face of that. And what I like is the fact that you can put it into place there. If you want to work on the front of the vehicle there, which I do, because I want to mask off for the camouflage on there, I can do that. Or if I want to take it off and maybe put two pieces like that, I can put the vehicle on there like that, and I can work on the camouflage on there. So it's really good. It's very adaptable, and obviously this is a 1/35th vehicle. You can, because of the size of this, you can use it for, I don't know, 1/76. You can use it for 1/16. It's quite a big plate. I'll leave a link below to their website. They've got a lot of stuff. They're usually at all the shows and things, so if you're over here in the UK and you're at Telford this year, I believe they're probably there. I think I've seen them there twice now. Really nice people. It's almost like a family firm, this, that make these. But yeah, really good. So I'm gonna get on and carry on masking, and then I think I'll end it here. The reason for that is because I've got to do all the masking, I've got to do all the painting, and then when I come back to you in the next video, hopefully it'll all be done. And today is Thursday, the 11th of September, and it's the anniversary of 9/11. So I'd just like to send my condolences to all our friends over on the other side of the pond, and also to remember that in 9/11 there were a number of British people that were killed as well. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.